Hi ladies and gentlemen, my name is Clarence Roberts and today I'll be rocking the Frederick Douglass because right now we can't get haircuts, aka the Lion of Anacostia. Now, Mr. Frederick Douglass was called the Lion of Anacostia because he's had a lion-like mane for his hair and because his ferocious nature about how he went about his business. With that being said, again, my name is Clarence Roberts. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Crimson Tide movie. I am here currently a student at Troy University and I am a junior, and I can proudly say this will be my last time saying that I'm a junior here at Troy University because after this term I'll be classified as a senior. Yes. Alright, now doing this again, we're going to talk about the Crimson Tide, but I want to talk about the two leadership styles of Captain Ramsey and the leadership style of Lieutenant Commander Hunter. They both are very different leadership styles, but both can be effective. We want to talk about the effectiveness of both styles, and we want to talk about how you can bring those styles together and make one great style of leadership. Now, the leadership style we're speaking about today will be authoritarian leadership style, as well as democratic leadership style. And by definition, an authoritarian leadership style is exemplified when a leader dictates policies and procedures, decides what goals are to be achieved, and directs and controls all activities without any meaningful participation by subordinates. Such a leader has full control of the team, leaving low autonomy within the group. Now, that leadership style directly describes Captain Ramsey. Captain Ramsey was authoritarian, and if you remember in the movie, there's one scene there are multiple scenes, but there's one scene that stood out to me the most. The scene when they were going through the ship. And when they were going through the ship, and the Lieutenant Hunter was saying the men morale was down. You know, that's democratic, caring about the people. Their morale was down, and they should do something to boost the morale. If you remember, Captain Ramsey came across the PA system as if he was going to do something to boost their morale. But yet he came across and told them that this is wartime. They're not there for a party. Now, he didn't exactly say these exact words, but I'm paraphrasing. He said they didn't come there for a party, but they came to make sure things are done. And so that leads us to Lieutenant Hunter. And Lieutenant Hunter is described, I would say his leadership style is the democratic leadership style. And again, by definition, democratic leadership style, also known as participative leadership or shared leadership, is a type of leadership style in which members of the group take more participative role in decision-making process. This type of leadership can apply to any organization from private businesses to schools or to government. Mr. Lieutenant Hunter, Lieutenant Commander Hunter, in the movie, he was asked to come into the captain's quarters at one time. And the captain, they had gotten into some kind of altercation early in the movie. The captain asked him to come into the quarters, and he told him basically, you know, when we're together, you know, we don't want to undermine each other in front of our men. He said that we're here to protect the democracy of the United States, but on this ship, this is not democracy. This is my ship. And that was another way that he displayed his authoritarian leadership. Now, what leadership styles depicted in the movie would you want to emulate or not emulate? Now, for me, my leadership style is more democratic. But that's not to say that authoritarian leadership style is not a great leadership style to have, because in different situations, you may have to use democratic, authoritarian, laissez-faire leadership style. You have to have a nice blend and balance of all three leadership styles to be a more effective leader. Because in certain situations, you might want to be democratic and say, you know what? Hey, I want these guys to give me ideas and we can grow this team together. But in crunch time situations, when you may have something that's going on in just crisis mode, there might not be time for you to bring in the team and get objective thinking and everybody bringing their roles. You may just have to do. And that's where authoritarian leadership style comes into play. Authoritarian leadership style sometimes happen in the home. When you need something done in the home with the children, and we've all been there, and the kids like, well, why do I got to do it? Why do I need to do that? And you be like, just do it. Now, that may not be right, but that does happen. And that's why all three leadership styles play very well together when used together. Now, according to the article, the Kelly's Fellowship description, Millennials in the Workplace, I took out two things from that article out of the many things that were in there that stood out to me. And the first was autocratic leadership, which same thing as authoritarian. It says occurs when the leader makes decisions without asking for subordinates' opinions and suggestions, and therefore subordinates have no influence on the decision-making process. Captain Ramsey. Also, I took out participative leadership style, democratic. It's demonstrated when a leader allows followers to contribute decision-making process. Okay? Now, one big role in the movie where the follower and leader situation really was messed up and could have it did take a bad turn actually, and it should have never happened, was when they got the message about launching the nukes, and they got the wars going on and they were getting attacked, and the antenna broke on the ship, if you all remember. And in that section, they didn't get the message all the way through whether to launch or not to launch those nukes. But Captain Ramsey was so hell-bent on making those nukes happen that he just got into a rage, kind of. And so the lieutenant was asking him, Captain, we don't have the full message. We don't have the full message. Well, he lost his cool. And when he lost his cool, he ended up saying this, Mr. Hunt, I made my decision. I'm the captain of this boat. Now shut up. That is not the way we lead. And so those things happen in leadership. It happens to all of us. But you have to be able to be calm. So again, whether you're authoritarian, democratic, any of those leadership styles, they're good, but when they work together, to blend together, you can be more of an effective leader. So I want to thank my audience today. First off, I want to thank my beautiful wife for being here in my audience, Miss Monica Robinson, my daughter, Maya Robinson, and my son, Christopher Robinson, for being here today. Christopher has taken a long time. But I want to thank all of them for being in my video, being my audience today, and also being the camera work man. And I want to thank you all out there, and I hope you all be safe and have a blessed day. And make sure you stay in the house and do everything you got to do, guys, to keep your family safe. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.